Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and happy birthday. Welcome back to Day 3, Round 1 of March Crackness. I'm Dallas Green Eggs and Hamaway.
That's right. Joining him, as always, I'm Matt Dinsky. Division 3, Day 3 of Round 1. This is by far, I think, one of the most fan-favorite stacked divisions we have in the whole tournament. You look at some of these characters, these competitors. We've got BB Egg, if you're a fan of Star Wars, Bernie Scramblers for the political agendas out there. We've got Dwayne the Egg Johnson holding strong in this. Trevor Lawrence for the Clemson fans. I know that's hard for you because you're a Gamecock at heart. Neil Eggstrong journeying into the depths of space in this tournament. Sherran for the musicians. Yolkshi to hold down some of the video game aficionados in this, and my son loved him because he has spikes on his shoulders. He was a fan favorite for my son, and last but certainly not least, one of our favorites, our very own Rachel Baylor is in this division.
Big fan of Rachel. I'm hoping she can pull it out. Yolkshi, you may not be able to see this just from the angles of his pictures, but he's actually got a little tail coming out the back.
He's got a tail on the egg.
He has a tail on the egg, folks. I don't know if you factored that into your brackets at home, but it is something to consider.
Shall I be?
It is definitely too late to change your brackets. That tail may come in handy as he is battling Eggy Worthy, named after a worship song, I believe. Is he worthy? I don't know if you caught that, folks, but worship song versus Yolkshi. We're gonna have to see what happens. Let's get right into the action. And here we go, the top of round 1, day 3. The first matchup here is BB Egg, a 1 seed, versus the 16 seed Michael Crackson.
Michael Crackson in his thriller get up today. Let's see if he can give BB the thriller. And no, Michael Crackson loses on the first round. Next up, Bernie Scramblers taking on Dwayne the Egg Johnson. A little bit of strength versus age here.
Wrinkles versus none.
Let's see how they match up. Here comes the hit, and surprisingly, the egg is knocked out.
The wily vet takes on the musclehead. 5 seed versus 12 seed. We've got Over Easy Lemon Squeezy versus Crack to the Future. Will the power of the time machine be enough to take him to the next round? Oh, I guess not.
2015, no sir, out of the tournament. And last before the halftime is Trevor Lawrence, Clemson quarterback, versus Another in the Pan. Cast Iron versus Trevor.
Long hair.
That's right. Here we go. Here's the hit. Face to face on this one. And Trevor Lawrence is out. Huge upset for the upstate.
Welcome back in here to halftime at the March Crackness studio. We've got a couple big things that shook out in the top half of this round.
That's right. No huge surprises going on. Probably the biggest upset in the first half was Another in the Pan defeats Trevor Lawrence.
Well, and Matt, I cannot say that I'm upset as I am a Gamecock fan. Trevor Lawrence, excuse me, this is not the actual person, appears to have not recovered from the national championship game, and it shows here in round 1.
Not at all. A few other victors in this. BB Egg moving on strong. Bernie Scramblers, even at his age, is still holding it down strong.
My pudding! Over Easy Lemon Squeezy also takes down Crack to the Future. Yeah. And I must say, I had Crack to the Future winning in my personal bracket, and so I too am upset, Matt.
Yeah, well, aren't we all?
My bracket's completely busted. All right, folks, let's jump into the action for round 1, the second half of day 3. Here we go, our first matchup of the second half is Cracky Chan versus Neil Eggstrong.
Good old Hollywood versus NASA matchup here.
Will it be enough? After going to the moon, he is able to take down Cracky Chan.
Out of this world hit by Neil, taking out Cracky Chan. Second matchup, Alpha and Omega, looking a little tilted there, versus Egg Sherran.
Let's see what's going to come out of this match tilted.
Let's see what the beginning and end has to say to young Egg. And he has to say a lot as Egg Sherran takes a hit.
Big hit, enough to knock him out of the tournament. Rachel, one of our fan favorites here in the office, versus Professor Eggs.
It's our little X-Men, leader of the X-Men versus Rachel Baylor. There's the hit. Oh, looks like the Cracker forgot to show the camera there, but
Judges
there
are deliberating.
it comes. You know, it's a hard job. Sometimes they forget. Xavier out. Okay, and then last, but certainly not least, Eggy Worthy versus Yolkshi.
Will that tail come in handy here? That's really what I'm looking for in this matchup.
There's the hit, and Yolkshi prevails. Mushroom Kingdom moving on as Eggy Worthy is gone.
All right, after those matches have wrapped up, let's take a look at your brackets. Make sure you are updating and tallying points as we go. In round 2, we're going to have BB Egg taking on Bernie Scramblers. Should be a good one. And then we'll also have Over Easy Lemon Squeezy facing Another in the Pan.
Moving right along, we have Neil Eggstrong taking on the Alpha and Omega. And then finally, Rachel versus Yolkshi. Oh man, well, welcome back to the conclusion of day 3, round 1, upper right divisional bracket. Man, we lot of surprises going on here. The biggest upset, I think, coming out of this was Yolkshi, a 15 seed versus a number 2 seed, Eggy Worthy, and Yolkshi pulled through.
Yeah, and Matt, that's actually the biggest upset of the tournament so far. A lot of brackets are going to be busted solely on that matchup. We also saw Neil Eggstrong, not an upset, but he pulls through. Alpha and Omega over Egg Sherran, which I guess Egg's vocals were not enough for this matchup.
Couldn't sing his way out of this one.
Well, no one could, apparently. Rachel, though, defeating Professor Eggs. Curious.
Yeah, which, I mean, we've got to celebrate there. Rachel's, you know, she's part of our team here, so we're excited about that.
Yes, we are pulling for her here at home. Well, that's enough for today. We'll see you tomorrow for day 4, round 1 of the action. You know what we always say, 12 eggs makes a dozen.
And 13 makes the baker. Have a great night.